What is going on, everyone? Commodore last year today, bringing to you guys my live reaction to Jujutsu Kaisen episode 10. Now, the episode's finally come out over on Crunchyroll, so you know how we gotta start this Friday off and watch Akutami Gege's up and coming masterpiece in the anime. I don't know if you guys have heard the news and stuff, but Kaisen ended up finishing the top 5 best manga sales for 2020, which is awesome. And we're only in the very early portions of this anime adaptation. So whenever we do get into the stuff that's to come in the second half of the season, that's going to be crazy. And by the way, you're probably going to hear my stomach rumbling because I've been starting for this episode for a minute, especially with the manga chapter to come on Sunday. So I need Mappa to feed me. Crunchyroll, let's get into it, man. Get your players ready. We are starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stato. All right, 2, 3, there we go. Say the movie club. Okay, so we're getting more insight for Junpei and stuff here for the past, which I believe they're adding a little bit more into this compared to all the manga did, but we appreciate that. I like the OC that's being played for this because it's a really somber moment and stuff for his character. To live in a shared house with the grandchild, the culprit from 2, and the grandchild, the first person who died in 3. Yeah. Just when this kid had some peace of mind to himself and people he wanted to talk to about things. Bullies, man. Just go ahead and ruin that. Yeah, like... because he knows it's wrong what they're doing, but like, I'm taking it home. Yeah. So this, I'm pretty sure they added a little bit more compared to all the manga. Yeah, because it sounds like it's a wrong thing in a sense for him to do because he knows what could happen, but it's part of his character, man. You're not gonna be disrespected like that. Yeah. And his friends just walk off on him, which is sad to see, but close the door. If I'm not mistaken, too, this is the one. Yeah, you know, we'll dive more into it after. But I think now, yeah, because obviously design stuff are a little funky with the manga to the anime, but yeah, and then he just beat this poor kid. All he wanted to do is just talk about freaking, you know, movies and all that with his people, and then you get crummy people like that, and it really just tells you like what kind of mindset he has, unfortunately, when it comes to other people because of the way he was being mistreated by others. So yeah, this arc, I'm telling you right now, like, this is the one that really sold me on the series. Like, Curse Room and everything did great to keep me invested, but I really understood what kind of writer Akutami Gege is because of this arc and how they were able to just really just set the tone of what the series is going to be about in the long term. So it's going to be tough reliving all of this, though. But I do like what they added here, because I'm pretty sure that bit right there we saw with the whole movie club stuff wasn't actually as in depth in the manga. But then again, that would require the reread, which I'm only waiting until after the current arc ends in the manga, but which will be like my 6th or 7th time doing that. But I really like that because at least it opens up more on Junpei and like how he feels about other people, the way they treat him and all that. So it's kind of get those things is actually nice because they'll play into what we're going to see in the stuff to come. The opening hurts though, man. It's a beautiful I need it as a wallpaper though by the end. Like whenever, unless we switch up openings in the second half of the season, but all right, episode 10, Idle Transfiguration. We're sticking around in the sewers now. The spark course was in the manga. The opposite of fondness is indifference. Went to hell like they should have. Stuff's not possible interacting maliciously with others. Could be more proper than leaving them alone. Mistaken translation. The original phrase spoken by some foreigner was the opposite of love is indifference, right? The various definitions of love, so indifference works as an anonym there. But we generally don't use love very much, right? I mean, that is true in Japan. You take like one little piece of the word and like you get a whole different meaning of it. Yeah. It just shows you Mahito's different, man. Which is what he has in his hands, yeah. To alter the soul. If this was my mother, I might lose control. Indifference is the virtue people ought to strive for. You want revenge. Do you believe people have hearts? They don't. They have souls. The souls are in hearts. The only person in this world who understands the composition of souls. After all, I change the shape of other creatures by making contact with them. All emotions are the result of soul metabolism. They're far too mechanical to call hearts. The use of the score here is really nice, and then the art just really shines too. The sound effects, I'll never get used to it. How many times I listen to them, I can't get used to it, bro. The use of piano in any soundtrack just makes it god tier. I'll sanction you fully. I don't know. Whenever I hear those like high pitched like da, 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 like in the piano and stuff, man, that always spooks me because of the Trail series. It has like one amazing piano OST. All right. So now we're about to see a certain scene. There he is. How's it goes? Looks like he hasn't attended school for some time. Same can be said for me though. I hear they're doing quite well. I don't know about Nobara though. They're getting Dragon Throw like it's like Budokai 2. Bro. A level curse doesn't even qualify as a grade 4. Yo, Yuji would definitely have something like that, like just chilling in his room. The type of person that he is, bro, would just be there. If he's a normal person who can't perceive curses, well, you gotta go save him. Like a little video game. If he can perceive it but has no means to deal with it, well, likewise, save him. And we'll question him about the day of the incident. If he exercised a fly head with Jujutsu, we immediately restrain him. By force, yeah, because you never know what kind of threat he could be in their mindsets, right? Because if he can do that, you have no idea what he is. A question mark, essentially, in their grading system. If his potential equals to greater than a grade 2 sorcerer, we retreat and meet back up with Nanami-san. Yeah. I think I just barely handled a grade 2. If this was a cursed spirit, yeah. Fushiguro-kun mentioned it before, remember? Typically, cursed spirits are assigned to sorcerers of equal grade. That means a grade 2 sorcerer would be expected to be grade 2. Well, yeah, because it's the way it's set up. It's only when it gets to like the special territory, they're like equal, it can go either way. But everything else, though, you expect the sorcerer to handle it. He's irresponsible. We'll get out of the car here. I do like how they kind of switch little things from last episode to this one for in terms of the scenes. Because I believe, yeah, this scene, because they played a little bit more last episode and then they kind of switch back and forth. So I guess really the direction, it makes a little bit more sense. If you plan to come out, please hurry up and do so. They may be disfigured and beyond saving, but murdering people makes me sick. Oh, man. I need the second. Yeah. Oh, man. The second half will slap. It's been very tame so far for this episode, but they're about to just turn the notch and be like, okay, here you go. It's not much of an experiment if you're too weak. I hate overtime, so let's just finish this quickly. Oh boy, now the second half about to slap. Let's go. Let's go, Mappa. Because I need to see this in his glory. Oh, him in his glory too, but still. Here we go. They're similar. Straight up hands. Here we go. Since you're behind it. The rotation though. Not bad. Sees his weak points. Holds on the guard, but nope, gets a little bit in there. I did block it, didn't I? With curse energy. Is it that kind of technique? What do you mean that kind? As do I. So you don't hate chatting then? Depends on the person. Like the 200 special grades in Gojo-san's reports. I suppose it would be unnatural for them to be unrelated. Tell me. Which do you think came first, the soul or the body? It's like the question of whether the chicken or the egg came first. Do you think the soul resides in the body? Or do you think the body forms around the soul? Former. It's the latter. The soul always exists before the body. The shape of the body is pulled along by the shape of the soul. I'm not healing. I'm just strongly maintaining the shape of my own soul. Oh man, the way they use the corpse. Oh man. Alter shape. Idol transfiguration. Here we go. Oh, it's just crazy. We're actually seeing this animated now through him. It's difficult though. Normal people eventually die when their shape is transfigured. But what about Jujutsu Sorcerers? It's 5:30. I started work at 10. So I'm getting off at 6 p.m. no matter what it takes. Oh, man. We better see the rest of it, though. We have plenty of time, though. I hope it don't cut away too much. Oh, yeah, the sensei. Sayama, Nishimura, and Honda are dead. You were friends with them, weren't you? Friends and them. That's just yeah, it's just you could tell in his mind the guy has no idea what he went through. You graduate from school and go to work in schools, so you don't actually experience the real world, do you? That's how we end up with overgrown children like you, isn't it? Every last one of them. Yeah, it just shows how corrupt everything is. Then you can understand why Junpei feels the way he does. Why he probably want to like just watch everyone die. There he is. He can see it. Forget Yuji, bro. Alright, here we go. There's someone there. No choice. Yeah, because he went to go get the other one. Are you a gymnast or something? I have some things I want to ask you about. Would you come with me? That button. It's a rather important matter. What's so important? He just pantses him. Digendayo. The man's truly sick. Bro, can you imagine somebody? I gotta swing on you, bro. I don't care, like, if I'm not an Olympic athlete or whatever it is, man. Like, I have to chase you down to the ends of the earth. You take my damn pants off me like that. Hell, yeah, if I find a nearby brick, I'm throwing upside your head. But usually, he's different. But you hate that guy, don't you? Just a hunch. Was I wrong? He's very understanding, though, of the situation, usually, because he knows that this kid's went through some stuff, right? And maybe he can't tell from experience before himself, but still. But, here we go. Straight back into the fight, though. Ability's impressive. Here we go. Yo, the animation nice right now. I mean, sure, but like still, this is fun. So the person's original mask is irrelevant when it comes to changing their shape. But the art just way too nice for some of these shots. It's a bad matchup for my technique. Yeah, realizing the humans. You can't save anyone once they've been reshaped. The attack killed them without hesitation. That's better for the victims too. As dark as it is, yeah, because why make them suffer any more than they are already? I practice a lot. So they don't die right away when I change their size. But their brains, awareness, I still lack precision with that. Sometimes their souls sweat like that. Don't worry about it. Let's continue. Yeah, it's my policy not to bring personal feelings into work. Man. What grade? 1. You'll make the best test subject. Luck's really on my side. I'm grateful. Man. Surprised my speed suddenly increased. I can alter the shape of my own soul too. They protect their bodies with cursed energy, but they aren't protecting their soul, which is essentially what he's doing right now. You have to be aware of your own soul. It's not possible to protect it if you can't do that. But it looks like you subconsciously converted your soul with someone with cursed energy. If you hadn't, you would already be under my control. You'll cease to be human. Oh, man. Bro, the animation on she's nice right now for the sequence. Like, I don't know, like, anytime you get fights in, like, in, like, sewers or whatever it is, man, they just go crazy. Yeah, these shots are just so beautiful. Oh my god. Grade 1 Sorcerer. You did well running around. I already know the fuck clan's gonna be going crazy for Mahito. Although, unfortunately, his curse energy is increasing. Look at him. I'm going into overtime now. And I had an episode there, man, so the continuation next week. Oh my god, I thought we were gonna get a little bit more, but the way the pacing was going, yeah. They wanted to play it safe. Oh man. That was a good episode. The sequence of animation that we seen, the fight with Mahito and Nanami, man. Nice, but so they're really gonna wait until next week to really go off with it, which I respect, but still, man. It's gonna make me wonder too, because the way the pacing is right now, they'll still have plenty of time. 12 to 11 episodes, I would say, for the stuff to come afterwards. But man, like the way that animation sequence is so beautiful, you know, and I liked really what they did here with the whole stuff with Junpei, you know, just exploring more into his character and stuff and seeing like, you know, all the people that have like, you know, played a part in making the way he thinks now be like the ideal, and how he doesn't trust people and all that, right? Because the way that his relationships have been with them and everything, even the people that he has friends who ran out on him when he did the thing that, you know, in hindsight you think is the wrong thing to do, but as a moral thing, there's no way you allow someone to disrespect you like that, especially tarnishing your art, your objects, your belongings, and all that. All right, let's see this Jujutsu stroll. It's probably one of the best parts about this anime, honestly, is these little strolls. Let's see. Bushigoto. Have you seen my uniform jacket? I haven't. That's weird. That's it right there. On this senpai. Yo, this man is sick! I would recommend both of them. And my skirt's not here either. That's a line that can't be crossed. Bro, look at her face. Oh no, man. And these people are sick in the head, bro. This image is crazy. Alright. This is Maki's. Oh my god. Oh my god, this dude is insane. That's insane. Oh, her. Oh, man. Yo. What? Man, you know what? Nah, next week's gonna be gas. Listen, it's a two-parter. Realistically, whenever they put up like the little AMV thing where they show the sequence of the fight, nah, man. Oh, that stroll was funny as hell. But yo, next week's gonna be crazy. Next week, no, it will be crazy because that's the second half of it. So I really was expecting we were trying to get everything here done in the first, based on the way the pacing was starting to go after now. But it looks like no more. Oh, wait a minute. That means there's a high possibility if it ends on a certain note. There's a good chance for like 2 or 3 more episodes, possibly. Yeah, at least. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting how they're gonna pace these next few episodes, because we're gonna be in for some crazy cliffhangers. Man, that's tough, bro. But yo, good episode this week. More so, we're just getting to see more from like Junpei and everything. You know, with his character. You know, the way his ideology works and how it's being basically like questioned because of his talks now with Mahito. You know, having the understanding of what the heart is, the soul, the body, and all that. And just in that moment, again, we saw it with the sensei and everything. In that moment, he's like, you know what, man, look, you're making up some gibberish, some nonsense that doesn't exist. Like, I was never friends with those people. And their mindset is to be like, whatever, this kid's fine. But you don't really understand what some of these kids are actually going through unless you actually talk with them or you are in their shoes and you've experienced that before. But it goes to show that's kind of like the mindset now, especially with teachers in this day and age. Not a lot of them are as loving, as caring, are willing to take the time out to see how you are, you know, and what you're going through on a day-to-day basis, as it used to be like back in the day and stuff. Now, they're just about their own agenda. They're about, you know, clocking in at the time they start and getting out as soon as they can. And whatever issues you're dealing with, that's up to you. You know, they say, oh, go to guidance council. That doesn't do much, man. If you're a true sensei or a true teacher, you're there for your students regardless of whatever situation they're going through. So you can tell in that moment when Junpei was ready to go and murk them, you know, had Yuji not been there, yeah. But the sequence, though, of the first exchange right there, we saw Mahito and Nanami, very good stuff. But given the fact that how it ended this episode and the preview, they're really going to turn it up in the next one. Because I thought we were going to get all of it in this one, but it makes sense just for the pacing. They'll wait until next week, which will really be an episode, man. Because, again, if they do things how I think they could do it, it's going to be a fire episode in that first half, and that second half going to hit way too different if they decide to go with a certain moment. But I'm not going to speak anymore because I'll get in big trouble. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below in regards to this week's episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. Anime onlys, let me know how you guys have been feeling with the anime so far. If you're feeling like, you know, or enjoying what you're seeing so far of this new arc that we're in. How do you feel about Junpei's character so far? If you think that a lot of his way of thinking, you know, if it's right, if you've been in a position like that, would you be doing the same things that he's doing? Or do you have a different approach, all that? How did you feel about the Mahito and Nanami exchange and all that? Let me know down in the comments in regards to all of this. Like the video if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here. If you want to be part of the weekly experience when it comes to my coverage of Jujutsu Kaisen with the anime on the Fridays, on Sunday with the manga. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the bell, shine doors, so the day where everything goes on the channel. With that being said, we'll catch you guys in the next video. The anime is about to start ramping up again, man, because we had the greatness episode 7, Curse Wound greatness prior to that. But this arc right here, I'm telling you, by the time it's done, this is going to be like one of those things where people are going to say, you know what, I was liking Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm feeling Jujutsu Kaisen, I am here to see Akutami Gege's up-and-coming masterpiece for the long term, as you should. So, Commodore last signing off. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, take care. Going crazy, yeah, we